Hey, how you doing? I hope that you guys are all good. Guys, today I'm gonna be discovering Argentina. It's been raining in the UK for around 40 something days now, so I do not mind a bit of Argentinian. Well, the weather is not sunny outside in where we are now. Looks way better to where I am at the moment, so. Guys, the first job that we're going to be doing, we're going to be going from Colonel Bradson to Colonel Pringles. Basically, this is the Mapa Ceibo. So 1 to 19 map of Argentina. Guys, we're going to get on the way. I'm just going to show you the setup that we've got. So we're driving the Scania by Tonho Nunes. We've got 37 tons on the trailer. Good thing you achieved my graphics, man. I'm extremely happy with that. Guys, I'm gonna turn down the game a little bit. Around, I don't know, 80%. And we're gonna be on the way. I think it's still too loud. Yeah, way too loud. That. Yeah, we should be fine. To be honest, I do quite like the new HUD. Like even when I press this on, it doesn't look that invasive as the old one. Looks quite alright. Playing on 157. Yeah, I mean, not all the mods are ported already and sorted already, so you know, if you got some of the mods that you're enjoying on 157, might as well just stay on it for a bit. Luckily, the combo that I'm using is all in 157, so we're all good. That's the setup for today. Looking quite alright. One thing I'm gonna do since we're in South America drop this. What mods are you waiting for? Exactly for 158. Trying to overtake here. Oh my god. And the traffic on this map. Blinkers, they're very loud, like in comparison to the engine and everything. They seem to be quite loud. Thought that the music went off, just went quiet for a bit. hear anything, but just that might be a bit better. I'm trying to change the music from time to time for the music that I play on the live streams. DACA production, I'm using DLSS quality with 125 scaling, latency. The SnowyMoon settings that I've got, they are specifically done for that reshade preset, so they will not look very well with other presets or just by itself, as they're kind of counter setting a lot of the contrast, and your image with those settings would look completely off. There are good cows inside as well. Quite a lot of cows, to be honest. Sakura, how you doing, my mate? How's your day going? I'll try to pronounce your name. Is it Ferrucao? I might pronounce it incorrectly though. Thanks for the sub, mate. I appreciate it. A certain route, yeah, I wanted to, which route did I wanted to take? I want to take this route. Danny, how you doing, my mate? I'm all good. I'm just adjusting my phone. How's your day? Driving ETS in America. Maybe we're in Argentina today. Just west of Buenos Aires. Yes, Danny, what you said, 100%. unfortunately Bogdan's not here at the moment, so he can't translate from Spanish. That's a shame, but you on Forza? You looking forward to Forza 6 or? Danny, yeah, you should. You'll probably look good. Siema zaskoczyłeś teraz. Hey, no way that they left the trailer like that. My day is alright. I've sorted OBS. I was trying to go live yesterday, but I could not actually get my OBS to work, so... Douglas, thanks so much for the sub, mate. I appreciate it. And how's your day going, mate? Pushing out some content, mate. Yeah, it's good to have some variety in them, especially if you're doing a short of like, I don't know, 6-7 different shots. You might want to have different weather in there as well. Moise Ali, how you doing, my mate? Mate, is this time good for you? Because I've always streamed late at night, But this time I suit you a bit better, to be honest. Let's make cows. Oh my god, I did not see that. Oliver, I'm running a Ryzen 7 5800 X3D and a RTX 5080. It's a good PC. It's not top of the top, but it's alright. Danny, can I show you the map? Yes, I can. That's what the map looks like. It's 1 to 19, but there's a hell of a lot of roads to drive in here, to be honest. And most of it's in very good detail as well. Quite big, yeah. No, then it's not free. Man, how do we get around it? Oliver, thanks so much for the sub, mate. I appreciate you. Yeah, Moez, no worries, mate. Now, what kind of a map is that? Mapa Ceibo. So, map of Argentina. Or Argentina. Quite a vast map. It's been around for quite a lot. Quite a long time. Yeah. Hey, Hayden, how many FPS I've got? I always lock it at 60. I've got 60 FPS and I'm using 70% of my graphics card now. So I always cap it at 60. Did you realize one thing on the stream or not? Tell me if you realize something or not. Maizali, 100%, mate. Yeah, mate, there's cows on the roads everywhere. There's cows around. There's cows everywhere. That's not the only place that there was a cow on the road. Some of the roads are very bumpy. So, as you can see, there's only a 6 seconds delay on the stream now, instead of that 25 seconds before. I've actually managed not to drop any quality, but decrease the latency time. tally. At the moment, I'm on 22,000. You like bumpy roads? Yeah, it's a nice touch. You know? Jihad, how you doing, my mate? Game looking amazing, thank you, mate. Well, yours is looking good as well. Yeah, there's always going to be a bit of a difference if it comes to setups. Like, if you know, if you're running different graphics cards, they'll provide a different performance level, so it's understandable. But you can get it close. You can get it to look close. Yeah. You know what, the whole map is, mate, it's great. I've been running this map for like 2-3 years now. It's an older project, but they've actually, I think that they've got more people working on it now. It's very vast. There's a lot of roads, a lot of places, and even the older roads as well. They do not look that bad. That's what we're running to. Yeah, Patrick, there's a little bit of a difference, but that's where you have to kind of adjust a few bits. As yes, it is paid. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it's a one-time payment. Since I paid a couple of months back, I did not have to, haven't paid upgrade, so. And it also is running through Modify, so it's like also a security tool, but a place where you store not all of your mods, but mods from certain creators. Where's our house further going? We've got 4 people working on it now, along with me, Bogdan, and there's 2 more additions to the team. It's going quite alright. Making progress on it. The guys are extending further to Mexico Beach now. I'm doing the road from Mexico Beach to Panama City. Bogdan is working around Panama City as well, so yeah, it's still quite some time away till we actually come up with the first kind of a early version, but yeah, it's going good, man. Yeah, Patrick, as long as you can keep it within that 80-90%, then you're fine. It's you just don't want to max out your graphics card, but when you can keep it to that kind of a level, you should be fine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually start driving on the map, you know, because like, well, building a map is a different thing. Yeah, like spend a couple of hours in the editor just trying to adjust bits, push it forward, but then you don't really get much time into admiring on how it looks. So I can't wait to get my first run on it, so I can actually just enjoy the map a little bit. I'm not saying that I'm not enjoying building it, but yeah, building is different than driving on it. We're running out of fuel, as usual, on my live streams, and as usual, there's no well, there's a petrol station here. 137 kilometers. How far we've got? .292, so we're fine. We are fine. Building is pretty hectic. I mean, you know what? It depends what you're doing. Because, mate, when you just do a normal road and you've got your presets and everything, and you work along like Google Street Views, and if it's straightforward and then it's easy to do, it's fine. But then one thing we've been, well, not struggling with, but we've been looking around a lot. It was the leafless pines trees. They're like half broken pine trees. We could not find something that would look very similar, and also you've got a difference between the curved models and the models that you can put in your presets, or even like just normal models. ATS is a bit different than ETS2 in that kind of a aspect, so yeah, an area might look straightforward, but then if you want to really give out the vibe of the area, you are finding yourself looking for the right assets a lot. As you might be familiar with the assets that you need, you still probably spend some time looking at it. And then just adding small details and stuff. You don't want the map to look empty, so yes, Moz, I've been in and out of editor for the last like 6-7 years, you know, just adjusting bits for myself, or like doing overlays on the coast to coast. Like I was doing some add-ons for coast to coast back in the day, like private ones. It's a one-to-one map, so you kind of have to give out the vibe of the area. You're not going to recreate it one-to-one, exactly one-to-one, as you know, there's certain limitations to it, but you want to keep it within the same kind of a vibe and looking similar. So. And you don't want the map to be lacking detail as well. Mons, you know what? Without Bogdan, mate, that would be a chore. That would be like the things that they can actually do, and the guys from Romania map. Not everyone from Romania map is involved in the Florida project, but even setting up the map when we were setting up the layout, like for them, it's they've done all the satellite pictures and everything. They converted that into a background map in there, so you can lay out your roads. Like that kind of knowledge always helps with a project, because you're not spending additional amount of time and just try to draw the roads yourself, or you know. Wes, when you getting back to drive and record a new home now, or are you still away? Back on the 23rd? But it's not that far away, so... It was, how you doing, my mate? You're back, yeah? Very good. Days if that's what we need to do, and you'll get it. Brazil, yes, this is Argentina, but I do play on Brazilian maps as well. But to be honest, if it comes to a vibe of it, yeah, then it's just South America has a special kind of a vibe to it. Because that's a setup for today. That's what we're driving. That's not the drop. The drop was to the... well, we'll turn around and head. Are we actually delivering here? Yeah, we are delivering her. Because yes, it's a mod that I've covered in my latest video, or tutorial video on YouTube. It's a mod by Jasper for the FOV of the outside camera. Because that map is paid, mate. Okay, we're gonna get a next drop. We'll go all the way down here. Maybe we could. It's a long drive. Kubus, yes, I am Polish. Well, I was born in Poland. I've lived outside of Poland for a long time now, but I am Polish, yeah. Did we go through here? Well, we can go all the way down here. Why not? You too? Sounds good, mate. That's a long road, but we'll do it. And I guess we're picking up from here as well. Yeah, some of my profiles are in Polish. Dajmu. Yeah, mate, 100%. Unit excited, my mate. FOV is at 88 at the moment. And I am using the RealCam heavy lens sharp. I always use the sharp versions for myself. Wait, did we get the job? Yeah, it was 100% it will look better. But it's always an improvement on your scaling and the texture look. Well, not the texture look itself, but the fidelity and like the scaling itself. Okay, we'll also have to top a fuel up. So we're gonna turn around. At the moment, I've released the RealCam preset. That is the latest one. I'm working on something else at the moment that also includes changes to the weather and the graphics itself. There will be more reshade versions in the future, but at the moment I'm working on the weather depth. Okay. Okay, but we're not driving at night, yeah, because night is... You just purchased the graphics pack? Yes, mate. After the stream, whenever I'm done, I'm gonna send you that straight away, mate. Thank you so much, mate. glad that you're enjoying it. Mate, I had a bit of a blind spot. Alfredo, how you doing? You asking for the map or graphics mods, or because I'm not sure what you're referring to. Yeah, because we drove in overcast weather before. Could get a little bit more sun. Project Ultimate is compatible with it because you can apply ReShade and SnowyMoon on top of Truckers MP. It's more of a tool than a mod. Project Next-Gen will most likely never be compatible with Truckers MP, but SnowyMoon and Project Ultimate ReShade, you can use it wherever. Any kind of combo. Glad to hear that, mate. Thank you, mate. when I send the instructions, straight after the stream, well, whenever I'm streaming, I'm unable to send anything within that time. But straight after the stream, I'm responding to all the messages as always and sending the instructions. So just drop me a message in there, and then I'll be with you as soon as I'm done. There's normally not a long wait for any kind of a response in there. So. Yeah, Alfredo. I mean, it could be, but then I also understand SnowyMoon as well. Like, with its licensing file, it just connects for a live subscription. So I think that's why it's not a one-time payment. That's why it's a monthly sub. You know what? I'm gonna send you the instructions now. I'll be off the chat for a few seconds. I'll be back with the chat in a second. I just need to send something over. I'm not driving and texting on my phone. My co-driver is actually driving at the moment, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, you got everything on your DM, mate. Philip, how you doing, my mate? Philip, how much I'm paying monthly? Well, so SnowyMoon it's €1. Well, I'm the creator of Project Ultimate ReShade, so not that, but you can get that for a monthly sub of $5.99, and then you get everything in the collection. I use a lot of monthly mods as well. I use a lot of subscriptions if it comes to trailer packs and stuff like that. So your initial costs will be PNG will cost around €25. Then any kind of a reshade pack will be €5 to €10. SnowyMoon will be €1, and then additional bits as trailers, trucks. How did I make the FOV like this? I'm using the increased seat mod, and the FOV is 88 at the moment. I dropped it down. Also, the steering wheel is dropped as well. All the mods that I'm using, they're mostly in descriptions. Not everything is linked, but you've got all the names of it, so the map, the graphics mods, and what truck I'm driving. Alfredo, it's Toby Eye Tracker. I don't think that I could run this in VR. That'd be too much for me. It is working. Bogdan, how you doing, my mate? Bingo, yeah? You're looking for me, you find me on YouTube, mate. That is a coincidence. Well, Toby Eye Tracker it has its own camera setup, so it has its own hardware. Toby's expensive. Expensive, but it's very good in my opinion. I mean, I know I could run that with VR. I would not call myself sensitive. So can I look up? I can look up like that. I've got limited motion. So I wouldn't call myself sensitive, but I don't know. I was gaming in VR for like an hour. I did not feel that great afterwards. I'm not sure why. Can I show you my head movement? I can move my head like that. I can move it like that. Move it like that. I've got limited head movement up and down to have it a bit smoother. Bogdan, don't start with this, mate. Bogdan, I beg you, yeah. Yeah, I know. But I think I'll be able to get a bit more from the graphics running Tobii eye tracker than VR. But I'm not sure. Maybe at some point I'm gonna get VR and see how it looks. When it takes well, Tobii is like beam eye tracker, but I think it's the quality will most likely be a bit better. Ben67, can I post the Tobii settings? I've posted in one of the I can show the settings now. I got this in Polish though. I can quickly show you my settings and then you can just have a look. It's the same layout, it's just my game is in Polish and this profile. You can pause the stream if you want. Oh, Bogdan, I get it. I mean, I don't remember what I used. Okay, it's PNG. Yeah, PNG is fully released for 158. Yeah, Alfred, that's why I figured that it needs to be a good headset as well. Yes, Bogdan, I fixed the delay. Yes, mate. Ben's no worries, mate. Yeah, I've played around with the settings a little bit because I wanted to keep the quality the same, but to drop the latency and to ensure that it buffers okay for you guys as well. Because I know that the lower the latency, sometimes the buffering might be an issue. So yeah. I was actually looking into streaming, like streamers, widgets and stuff on the screen. I was scrolling through that yesterday. That's a bit too much. I like the view counter and the events down below. I think it might be enough for now. I'll be playing some shooting games. Maybe those overlays would be good though. Bogdan, that's the best one. If you could send that to me, you could quickly purchase and send that to me. I'm gonna try it out. I'll await it. I'll be waiting for it. Yeah. Thank you. Big screen. I do not even know what company that is, to be honest. No, Bogdan, send the headset. Send the headset in mail. I'll try it out and tell you if it's good. No, don't send the link. See, I might need to check that out, because to be honest, the only thing that keeps me from not getting VR would be that I felt kind of, I don't know, not dizzy, but I felt a bit off after using it, and the graphics were not, well, the graphics were a bit worse than on a normal screen. If I could get something that looks very good, and it's a VR headset, then that might work. Exactly, yes mate, the map is paid. $1K? I mean, it has its cost, but then I guess if it improves it a lot, then it's yeah. I mean, it's not cheap. Bogdan, how do you know that one's bad? Agni, you might need to have a look on your game log, as there's few mods. There might be an interior mod that is crashing out that you've not sold before 158, and you exchanged it with a different mod or you're not using it now. There could be some other mod conflicts with it, so just check your game log and have a look. And just make sure that you've got the PNG version for 158 as well. Oh, Bogdan, well, that's actually right. Well, then you at least know that it'll fit well. Best looks buns. It's very blurry. I'll take your word for it. Fictional? Well, it's a map of Argentina. So it's, I mean, it's a 1:19 map of Argentina. So I guess the scale is fictional. The placements itself not very fictional. It's just they're trying to recreate the regions as they look. That's not good, Bogdan. What are you doing? take care of them. Wait, there's mold in your house? Wait, that's it. That's it. It looks like a new place. How'd that happen? That's a bit weird. Then how's the map looking? What do you think about that? Yeah, it's looking good. Exactly, yes, you need a new profile for the map. It's a separate profile map, so. Separate module, not profile. Is that better? Well, to be honest, we would have to sort it out differently. Because you're probably talking about greens only. Because you know, let me just move the window. Because I know that you're not talking about the whole... Oh my god. Okay, I'll because I'm not using the I've loaded in the normal not the vibrant preset. You probably just mean the greens, because the rest of the colors I can separate the colors, because with SnowyMoon you can't separate the colors, you can only bump up the vibrance and saturations. When in ReShade you can actually separate it quite nicely. So, well, I guess you meant something like... It would be hard to adjust the preset at the moment, because I would have to change other bits to it as well. You'd bump the greens, you would have to increase the vibrance itself as well. And also the trees that we're using, the 4K trees, they've got a different saturation levels to the rest of the vegetation. So it's a bit tricky to balance that one out. Like if you see the trees are extremely green now, and some of the vegetation still looks so. If you're using assets that are looking similar, it's fine. If you look in assets that have different saturation levels, then it doesn't become messy, but it just becomes harder to kind of balance. Look, Patrick, you could catch fish in there. Good fishing spot. Exactly. If you're looking for an European bus, I would advise you go to Heavy Roads Turkey. So, well, the website is not called Heavy Roads Turkey. That's the map. The Heavy Vehicles Turkey, mate. They've got really good buses. Buja, how you doing, my mate? I'm all good, mate. How's your day going? Yeah, I'll need to drop the green on the reshade. It's just not going well with the rest of it. It's just bumping the greens from the trees too much. Yeah. Look. Let me have a look on these trees. Those last two trees and then the next ones. Yes, Buja. May you be balling with that setup, mate. Exactly. What's crashing your game? Haven't played simulation in 2 weeks. Well, you're gonna play some now. Yeah, no worries. Paddy B, how you doing, my mate? Yes, Bogdan, they do. I bought that 3 times, and 3 times they've just refunded it, and like the payments went through. I don't know if they don't want me to have the math for it. Buja, I see, mate, I see. Above 1161. Apologies, but I'm unable to understand your comment. If you write it in English, I'm more than happy to answer to it. As I can just have a look on your game logs, because I never had any issues with those buses, you know. Or maybe using, that's why I said, have a look on the game log, because you might be using a different mod that is colliding with it, but to be honest, it shouldn't. Try to also place them higher in the mod order. So you're saying that everything needs to be ordered from outside of Serbia? Just gives Florida vibes. Look at this, 100%. Look at how that looks. I see. Yeah, but it's a bit weird that they can't get the parts in the country, but yeah. Fjord, how you doing, my mate? How's your day going, mate? Yeah, what song is that? Skip to the next one. I see, mate. I've got the I've ordered the Mazda shifter yesterday, as I want to start doing some Assetto Corsa. So I need to get a shifter, handbrake, and some other bits. Guys, Bogdan just dropped the Florida map 1-to-1 Discord link in the chat if you want to have a look in the progress. Yes, exactly. Like if you have a look in the trailer that we've got, well, the trailer is not high up, you can raise it up, and then if you have a look on the truck itself, you can raise the front. So not raise the front, drop the front. The trailer has configurations to be raised up a lot as well. It's just not the exact one that I'm using. Truck looks good. Yeah, mate, thank you. It has some good, there's a lot of customization to it. And as I said, you can get a setup where the truck is tilted upwards as well. Gameplay Thank you so much for the sub, mate. I hope they're having a good day, mate. Patrick, you know what? The trailer can go even higher than that. I'm gonna show you something quick. Apologies, guys. I just want to show Patrick something quick. You can drop your axles a lot. So you've got a lot of options. So every option that you've got, it's a droppable axle as well. And then when you actually raise the trailer even higher, it will have a even higher situated rear end. Go to Romania with that. Guys, we still got 1400 kilometers left. That'll be a long drive. The best map. Yeah, it's different, you know. I wouldn't drive it all the time. Oh, you mean the Romania? Which one? The Mapa Ceibo or Romania? But they're not your type? Well, everyone has their own taste, you know. I like them. So, oh wow. I guess that side has a hitbox before it actually drops down. I can't raise my wheel because it's phased the thing. I'm looking around like I'm expecting a train to actually be. Yeah, Patrick, Romania, 100%. The thing is just even like when I'm watching my videos, when I'm watching your shorts and videos, the feeling of a highway has never been recreated so well as it has been on the Romania map. And I understand that, like, I've driven the most highways like in Canada and Poland. So it's nowhere near to what Romania is, but still, when I drive on it, I get the highway feeling, you know, the natural curves, you know, changing environment and the details around the roads. A lot of people say that it looks a bit empty and then something, but the needed detail is there. And when you actually go on the highway, you don't find a lot of curves or some crazy stuff in there. It's just, it has a very natural highway feel to it. But even the national roads, the smaller roads, you just feel the vibe on that map. That road is in great condition. I have to fix the suspension after this. Yes, Patrick, 100%. Well, that's why I rate it so high. That's why I spend so much time on it. Because for myself, it's just bringing it closer to a realistic kind of a feeling, and that gives away like 100%. Alex, how's my camera shaking? Well, I'm moving my head within Tobii eye tracker. It's also shaking a little bit because I've got very low settings if it comes to stability of the camera, so that's how it's shaking. Bogdan, you seem surprised about something. Like, yeah, no worries, Alex. It's realistic. I hope that it is. Well, it feels natural to me that when you got your camera, like even if I wouldn't have Tobii eye tracker, it will still move. And I think that when you're driving a real truck, your head is not just stuck to one place. You know, as the truck moves, you'll move as well. So. AI tracker with webcam or with a dedicated? So I'm not sure what AI tracker is, unless you're talking about a head tracking device. Yeah, so the head sorry. The head tracking I use the Tobii eye tracker, and it comes with its own hardware. There's certain eye tracking tools like Beam eye tracker that you can use with a webcam, but the one that I use comes with its own camera setup and everything. Yeah, be my track will be better than open track. However, still some games might require open track. Well, not ETS2, ETS2, sorry. Dennis, thanks so much, mate. I appreciate you just popping in. Thank you, mate. Mapa Ceibo is a 1 to 19 map, but it covers most of the Argentina, so there's a lot of roads to drive in here. I can just quickly show the map. That is around 40 minutes of a drive. So you can see there's quite a lot in here. And it's also done with very good details around as well. And Dennis, I do not see any changes within the physics, but I also use trucks with set physics and physics mods as well. Gotcha, Victoria. Yes, I'm gonna send you the instructions soon, and whenever I'm finished with the stream, I'm gonna send it over to yourself. I appreciate the support. Oh my god. Is that normal behavior of a truck? I don't think so. That's an interesting one. Yeah, gosh, so whenever I'm finished with it, I'm gonna send everything over to yourself so you'll be able to install it properly. You're talking about a jump scare, 100%, mate, but you cannot get your eyes off the road. You need to be on it, mate. You you know, you're thinking that you're just enjoying your evening in Argentina, you know, everything is nice, well, you gotta watch out. Wow, so it is possible. So you can actually make a map where traffic stops and waits for you to pass. They do not have to ram you then. Something for SCS to note. Yeah, that is madness, I know. This map and Rotas Brazil map as well, you've got traffic just waiting their turn, or they will slow down, or they will even slow down and come to a stop, or they will slow down gradually if there's no space to actually get in. So it can be done, it's just whoever's making the map is choosing not to implement it, I guess. The map is optimized well, but some areas are very heavy. It's gonna be heavy. Oh, I got you, Dominic. That's fine. Yeah, as soon as I'm done, I'll be back and responding to all the messages and sending the instructions, so you can await that shortly. Unless, did you use a sub or did you buy out the post? Because if you use the sub, I can send you the instructions straight away. Let me just have a quick look. Okay, but you commented, so I can actually see it. That's fine. Dominic, I'm gonna send you that now, yeah? Guys, I'll be off the chat for a few seconds. Yeah, Dominic, I've sent it over. Yeah, Nunes. Glad to hear that. It's just basically when you sub or you leave a comment, I can see that straight away. If you just buy it out and don't leave a comment, I can't see that till I get into it, or if someone actually drops me a comment, and then it's just visible to me. Dominic, yes, I am from. Well, I was born in Poland. I've lived most of my life outside of Poland. Um, but yeah, I was born in Poland. Yeah. Spent some time in Canada, then UK. Savies. Yes, I speak Polish as well. I mean, I'm doing the live streams in English just so everyone can join in the conversation. But I speak fluent Polish. So. Ethan, hi there, my mate. Yes, I'm using the RealCam. I speak fluent English. I wouldn't say so, but you know, I mean, I've been speaking it for more than 20 years now. Yeah, Ethan, I'm using. If you're asking about the RealCam, I'm using the heavy lens sharp preset as well. Sky is wonderful, yeah. That's Skybox 2 and 8 from PNG. Well, Skybox 2 and 8 are different during the day, but Skybox 2 and 8 have the same evening Skybox. Exactly, it's a PNG, as I just mentioned, Skybox 2 and 8. So if you have a look, 2 is that, and 8. Or it's that, but it's actually from the other side. It's the same thing, but it's slightly rotated. Ethan, if it's a bit too blurry, it could be down to your scaling, the resolution you're using, or it's just not enough sharpness to it. You can drop me a message on Patreon with some examples, what you're using, what hardware you're using it with, and then we'll have a look at it. Benicio Santos, hi there, my mate. So let me just explain something quick, because we need to kind of qualify that map. So Benicio Santos, it looks like a toy map. It looks like one of them toy maps, like a SCS map, but it's actually a real map in a 1:19 scale. It's just the way the map is made, I cannot call it a toy map. It does not deserve that. Okay guys, because we're not going to be driving at night. There's too much to display to be driving at night. So what would you say about that map? Toy map or real map? Dominic, if you're looking to get the same graphics, then well, I'm using a 5080 with Ryzen 7 5800 X3D. Previously, I was running those presets in 4K with a 3080. And without recording, you'll be fine. recorded in 4K is heavily, it puts a lot of load on your system. So if you're not looking to record it, then you might be even fine on something like a 3070, 3080, and it depends what resolution you're running this as well. Benicio, 100%, I'll say that too. Real man, no toy man. Lotus, how you doing, my mate? How's your day going? So we've got the links down below. You've got a link for PNG, for Project Ultimate ReShade. Also, what you want to get as well, it's SnowyMoon. You can get SnowyMoon on his Patreon or his website. To be honest, I would get SnowyMoon PNG, run it like that, and then have a look at ReShade. Then you could actually see what difference it makes. Why mod is not free? Well, you did not specify what mod, but I'm gonna answer for all the mods that are taking a bit longer to make than 5 minutes. Why it's not free? Because some people spend weeks developing something, or spend a lot of their time developing a certain product mod or something like that. So you're taking someone's time away, a big chunk of time, a big chunk of their life to produce something, and that's why certain mods are paid. You got free mods as well. You got free mods available on the internet, but that would be the reason behind that. Rado Stefan, I'm using Toby Eye Tracker, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. PNG normally does not have a paid update. It had before that every like third or fourth version would be €5. At the moment, what we're doing is 1.15 will most likely be always updated for free, and then you'll have the PNG 2.0 come out. Yeah, and then there's no worries, my mate. But you know, everyone can decide on what they would like to get. So it's everyone's decision if they want to go for a mod or not. get it on Boosty as well. If you have a look, you've got a link for Boosty and Patreon. There's 2 options to buy it. Because I know that there has been some people that had issues with Patreon, so. And also I buy some mods on Boosty myself, so. Yeah, Dominic, I'm running the same processor. What's your graphics card? If you're talking about ReShade, you can run ReShade on any version. On any update version. It's the actual traditional mods that will need to be updated, or some will need to be updated, but as for reshades, you can run reshades on any given version. So if you're looking at running Truckers MP, because I know that some people do driving Truckers MP, you can use SnowyMoon and ReShade on that. It will enhance your graphics drastically over if you're looking at the base game. As Truckers MP was kind of limited to base game graphics for a long time. Well, you could always use ReShade for Truckers MP. Good, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, 3080 should be fine. As I said, I used to run this before I got my 5080. I had a 3080 and I run this in 4K. It was fine when I wasn't recording. I had to make adjustments when I was recording in 4K. It'll run fine in 2K and record fine in 2K, but if you're looking to record in 4K, it might be a bit heavy. Yes, Vinicius, I've seen that as well. The Angus effect. Vinicio, you know what's even funny? That if you ask them, yeah, they'll all say that no, you know, they don't know who started doing that. They've been doing it for years now, you know. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm doing something special, yeah, but I think that looking at all the videos on YouTube a year ago, there wasn't a lot of freshness around. It's just the same kind of gameplays, you know. Just few people now and then were doing something else, but not much variety in the content. Yes, Vinicius, I see that you understand it. Mate, you don't even know how many, like, when I started posting videos, yeah, how many comments I was getting about, like, why do I drive with that camera view? Unrealistic, it doesn't look good, it doesn't, you know. Why do you, mate, I'm glad that they're using it. Mehmet, what I'm using now is PNG, SnowyMoon V2 and Project Ultimate ReShade, the RealCam preset. Mehmet, I would say that you go for PNG and SnowyMoon. Once you get that, play a bit with it, and then maybe have a look on the ReShade packs to enhance it further. Because sometimes it might be that, you know, you might just want to use SnowyMoon without no reshades, or SnowyMoon with PNG with no reshades, or, you know, any kind of combination. Okay, mate, I don't, like, we're not moving. I don't know if we're stuck in time or something, but we've got 900 kilometers left. We've been driving for an hour. Or at least this route, we've been driving for nearly an hour. Success. The camera did not go crazy. Dominic, PNG is a separate, it's a separate mod. However, I'm working on something that is going to. Do we have a? Oh, yeah. I'm working on something that is going to improve weather itself as well, as an alternative kind of an option. Can you see the outside? Yes, because I need to. I need to top up my fuel. Ethan, I would advise to use the outside camera mod by Jasper that I've linked in one of the videos regarding the camera setup. It changes the look outside a lot. Okay, which way do we need to go? Oh, we can just go right. GPS is a bit dodgy there. Ethan, what resolution are you running, and what's your graphics card? And also, what scaling and what TAA rendering method? 1080p. I'm running this in 4K, so there will be a noticeable difference between 1080p and 4K. However, you can still get it to look a little bit better with some tweaks. Using DLSS, DLAA or TAA from SnowyMoon. And you need to tell me if it, I don't know, if it's too sharp, it's too blurry, or because if you're using DLSS with 1080p, it will be extremely blurry. So I would, if you're on 1080p, I'll probably look at DLAA or TAA. I'm using DLSS with scaling 125%. I'm not gonna overtake it. That's gonna end bad. need to overtake him somewhere because he's gonna stay ahead of me all the time. Like he's not even not moving. Roll back in a second. Okay, I need to overtake because that guy is. Diesel engine, how you doing, my mate? I'm all good, thank you. I'm in a bit of a situation now because I've got my friend in front, who's very slow, and when I try to overtake him, he's speeding up. It's just not making it easier. Okay, let's try. I know that we should not be overtaking in here, but I hope that there's no traffic oncoming. We managed to do it safely. Maybe not fully up to the rules, but safe. drive this in a bit of a rain. Drove for 2.5 hours. Drive in a bit of a rain. Oh, those road prefabs, they actually don't get wet. Well, that's a shame. But understandable. Diesel engine, it comes with the truck by Tonho Nunes. Well, no rain for us then. Got 2 of them antennas. You've got the you also got a lot of customization if it comes to lights, all kinds of. I kind of went basic with it, to be honest, but you can customize this a lot. Got a lot of parts, even the lights, they're not your normal default Scania lights. Even the physics and everything. Truck is fully customized. Fancy, bro, get a job. Wait, I do have a job. I wish that I would not have a job. Jack, how you doing, my mate? Diesel engine. I was born in Poland, but I lived outside of Poland most of my life. Jack, how's your day going, mate? Can I gift you ETS2? It's on sale. I'm afraid that would have to pass on that. But if it's on sale, you could get it for cheap. Thanks, you respect Poland, yeah? Am I joining the crusade? What does that mean? Okay guys, we got 560 kilometers left as well. So we've started our journey from around here. No, from around here. Yeah, that's a long road. Oh, I need to delete that. Diesel engine, that sounds great. I mean, any kind of addition to your life like this, it's worth it. It's very good. Costas, thanks so much for the sunlight. I appreciate it. Safety, how you doing? I'm glad that you're loving it. Yeah, Toby eye tracking it's a game changer as well. You've got free hands to do whatever. You don't have to. I've been adjusting my my views with the steering wheel buttons that I had, but Toby eye tracker always gives a bit more depth. A few bucks. How you doing, my mate? How's your day going? Safety, no, it's a whole different project, mate. Whole different thing. Diesel engine, I'm glad to see that, mate. I've seen your videos as well, they look very good, mate. Yeah, Fixbooks, you're saying that your game is ugly? I would have no clue because I do not know what your game looks like. If you'd like to get any kind of support, you can drop me a message on Patreon. We can have a look on what it looks like, what you're using, and what you're struggling with. Safety is better than Raw Extended. Well, Raw Extended it's old and it's. I mean, you know, it's a different kind of a category of a map. Romania map 1-to-1, it's an actual 1-to-1 map, which at the moment has around 1100 kilometers in 1-to-1, which it's, I don't know if it's more than the whole SCS map of Europe, but it's, the scale is totally different. Raw Extended has been out for numbers of years now. And also the Romania map 1-to-1, it's a map in a separate module, so if you're just talking about the quality of the map, two different things, like not even comparable. Diesel engine, thanks so much, man. I appreciate that. I mean, Raw Extended was a good project when it came out because it was something fresh, but I don't think that they've, you know. But then I would not classify 1-to-1 maps and maps for like promos, add-ons and stuff like that in the same category, because it's a different kind of a specification of the map as well. Yes, music ended. I did not even realize that. We need to play the music again. The music is back. bumps on that road. That's brutal. Philip, how you doing, my mate? I'm using Tubby Eye Tracker. I like how the decals of the road, like the road itself is worn out as well, not just the additions to it. Is it expensive? Cost £300, so it's like 200 and... No, sorry, it's £280, 300 euros. It is a bit more expensive, but in my opinion it's a good product. pay for ReShade. I made Project Ultimate ReShade, so I paid a lot of time for it. A lot of time. Yes, I made a film, yes. Philip, what is RealCam? It's the ReShade preset that is having the same characteristics of a certain setup of a camera lens. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see that there's decals in the camera. It has a certain distortion to the camera as well. Well, to the ReShade. We got 330 kilometers left. We're getting there slowly. Slowly, but we are getting there. Colorbird, hi demo. How many mods I've got? If you're talking about graphics mods, not that many. Because I'm using Project Next-Gen, SnowyMoon V2 and Project Ultimate ReShade. Then I'm using the Scania by Tonho Nunes. I'm using the trailer by Tonho Nunes as well. And I'm using the Mapa Ceibo mod. So I've got around 35 mods on this profile. It's not that heavy with mods. I'm using the Tobii eye tracker, mate. Safety, you can use PNG roads. The thing is, well, you can use them however you'd like, to be honest. The only thing is, when you're using lighting C, B and A, the normal maps that SnowyMoon applies to the roads are colliding with PNG roads, and that's where they're shining a lot. Like you see that there's a lot of shine coming from the roads because the normal maps, they're just overlapping each other. Lighting D is the only one that is not applying the same normal maps from the lighting, because it's the lighting D is the default light. D is for default. So then you can just freely use PNG roads without any artifacts on it, And for Lightning C, B and A, you can use your 4K rod from Steam. Philip, if you bought that through Facebook, you should have 2 links for it on the old Google Drive. One of them will be working. If you bought that on the new website, then you should get automatic updates if you're selected for it. Or if you just cannot find any links, give Damien a shout on the email address that he listed on the Facebook post about the support for PNG. Teraz it, hey hey. How you doing, mate? Safety, I'm just looking for your comment. What file would it be for you to take off base 0? Basically, base 0 file is just a fixed file. It's not any file that you would actually use. It's just a fix for the base 1, base 2, base 1, base 2, and vegetation to work with the game. So base 0 should be there if you're using bases plus plus vegetation. Monsieur Christopher, bonjour, bonjour. As you're watching the game, while you're watching the Olympics, is there any kind of a game on, or what are you watching at the moment? Patrick 0 go down? What do you mean? Monsieur Christopher, France. Well, bonjour, it's French. I'm not French. Yeah, base 0 from PNG should go underneath all the maps and should just be there if you're using either vegetation or bases. Like when I use, if let's say I don't use the base roads, then I'm using vegetation, weather, spring, or any kind of additions, then I will still have base 0 underneath the maps. Watching everything, Teresa, yeah? That's good. I didn't even know that the Olympics are on. Well, I know that they've been on for some time now. When they started, I wasn't even aware. Like, I don't know, I always watched the Olympics, but... we need to overtake this guy because he's going to be doing the same thing as the other one. Sliders, how you doing, my mate? How you doing, pet? Remember, no interior photos, mate. No bus photos. Oh my god. Yeah, it's under the maps, Yeah, pets, no interior photos. Remember that. Only outside photos and with bad graphics. You're not allowed to take good pictures though. Bad graphics, very good. Just remember, make them look a bit worse than they actually look like. take off motion blur, take off SnowyMoon, just make sure it's a base game and it looks pixelated. It's good then. Should ban me, yes, 100% man. For displaying the game like this. Mate, they're gonna come over to the channel and be like, no. This is not looking bad enough. You should take SnowyMoon off. Shimon Borovic, I've got a 5080 with a Ryzen 7 5800 X3D. Pet, bro, all jokes aside, have you ever heard anyone say that you shouldn't be posting something because it looks too good? Or it doesn't look like... I don't get that. Oh, it looked, well, those weren't the words, but it just looked off to, it just looked different to what other people posted. That's why. No one would say that because it doesn't make sense, but that. What country I'm from? I was born in Poland. I lived most of my life outside of Poland. I'm 100% Polish and I speak fluent Polish as well. Wolver Santos, Hayden. I'm using Lightning C. You can switch off between default rain and normal rain, but it'll be up to the prefab itself. It will display wet or dry, so you won't be able to change that completely. Yeah, someone I'm from Poland. Yeah. Super Sam, how you doing, my mate? In my opinion, you should start with PNG SnowyMoon and then maybe go for ReShade if you want to enhance that further. SnowyMoon changes the lighting, but it does not adjust any weather depth or any skyboxes, so or any. It changes the way that the vegetation looks, but in my opinion, PNG changes the whole ambience around it as well. I mean, I would not play this without PNG. Chef engineer. I'm using Tobii eye tracker for my head movement. Go 187 kilometers left, but that was a long drive. I mean, the first drive took us like 30-40 minutes, and now we've been driving for around more than 2 hours now. Philip, will I ever start a convoy server? Never thought about that. I don't know what the availability of those people will be as well, so. You'll be interested? But maybe at some point we can come up with something, you know? No, I do not have a Discord. I am on 2 Discord servers. If you want to get me, I'm on Romania 1-1. Well, I'm on more servers, but actively on Romania 1-1 server and Florida map 1-1, which I'm creating along with Bogdan and 2 other people at the moment. So the team has 4 people. With the team behind Florida map 1-1. I'm an owner of that server, so if you wanna catch me on Discord, you can get it there. But I'm not running an actual server that will concern any of the mods that I created. Slowly again. Expecting that to drop off. Nice engine sound. Yeah, it's the one from Zeemods. I prefer Max's sounds though. Yeah, this one's not bad. You can have a look on the widgets that I've got. It's 158. Yeah, Traja, seen that. Very good. I'm very happy with that. Super Sum, I would say if you're looking at ETS sound packs, Max 2712 and EVR, the Zeemods is mainly focusing on ATS, to be honest. Like, I know that he had ETS sounds on it, but he's mainly focusing on ATS. Philip Casella, I've got a Sim Magic Alpha steering wheel. I do not play on Moza. I think you can have a look if Izuan Bakar updated his brain drop mod. Because I wasn't looking at that yet. Philip, I'm using Toby Eye Tracker, and I would 100% recommend it. I think is that one not working on 158? where's the old link? Well, it should be in your messages with PNG from the last time you updated it, or if you bought it on a new website, then it will be in your emails. Safety, you need to take off base and base 2, and that's it. That is it. The only two things that you need to do: base and base 2, and you're good to go. Yeah, Patrick, some mods do not need to be updated from a version to version. They might have an open manifest file, or they're just versionless. Yeah, if you just go on the Facebook group, you should have a post about support on it. Just write to that email address and just say that you're missing the old link or you're unable to access that. This must be ETS3. It's ETS4. It's actually ETS4. I'm joking. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Glad that you're liking it. Guys, we managed to get to the end of our journey. Went all the way down from south of Argentina to the north, and it took us around, I don't know, 2.5 hours to actually cover that distance. But you've got way more roads on Mapa Ceibo as well. So if you're interested in it, you can have a look on the Facebook group. It'll be under the same name, Mapa Ceibo. You'll have links how to purchase the map as well. Guys, I would like to thank you, everyone who was on the stream, whoever left a like, whoever left a comment, interacted in any kind of a way. I hope that you guys will have a good rest of your Sunday. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Thanks so much, guys.